Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, almost afternoon. Welcome to another live edition of Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the 2. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, before I get ready to hit the road, as I will be going to the DPW first anniversary show in Winston-Salem, wanted to get on here and I wanted to do a couple of things. Number one, I want to go over the current standings of the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League tournaments. We actually have the finals set for the Super Junior Tag League, so I'll go over both of those tournaments. And I'll preview the cards for both NXT Deadline as well as ROH Final Battle, which I won't be able to catch today, but I'll catch the archives tomorrow. So that's what the plan is. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with the current results for the World Tag League. They pretty much have one more day left, which is tomorrow, the 11th, before they pretty much have the finals set. So should be really, really interesting. But let's go over the current results as of now for the World Tag League. Okay, so sitting at the bottom with 2 points is the team of Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd. So they have a record of 1-7. They have the victory over Yujiro and Evil, but losses to Tanahashi, Yano, Bishamon, Naito, and Sonata, Aaron Hanare, and Great Okan, Aussie Open, TMDK, and Bad Luck Fale, and Chase Owens. Their one match left is against Suzuki and Lance Archer. And Alex Conklin and Gabriel Kidd are both mathematically eliminated from this tournament. I mean, they finish with only 2. They have only 2 points. The most they can get is 4 if they get this final win, but they're mathematically eliminated. Next up, we have 2 teams tied with 4 points, which are Evil and Yujiro Takahashi and Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. So for Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens, they finish with a record of 2-7. They have the 2 victories over Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, and Evil and Yujiro. Losses to Tanahashi, Yano, and Suzuki Archer. Now, unfortunately, due to a death in the family, Chase Owens had to back out of the rest of the tournament. So Bishamon, Naito, Sonata, Okan, and Hanare, Aussie Open, and TMDK, they had to forfeit. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, totally understandable reason. Like I said, my condolences continue to go out for Chase Owens and his family. Hopefully he'll be all right and he'll come back when the time is right. He'll resume when the time is right. But unfortunately, they are mathematically eliminated. All right. Evil and Yujiro Takahashi. Anyway, 4 points. They finished with a record of 2-6. Or they currently have a record of 2-6. They have victories over Tanahashi, Yano, Suzuki, and Lance Archer. Losses to Bishamon, Alex Conklin, and Gabriel Kidd, Okan and Hanare, Aussie Open, TMDK, and Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens. And their final match will be against Naito and Sonata. And they are, thank God, mathematically eliminated. Okay, we have one team sitting at 6 points, which is Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer. they have a record of 3-5. 3-5. So they have victories over Tanahashi Yano, Okan Hinare, and Fale Owens. They have losses to Bishamon, Naito and Sanada, Aussie Open, TMDK, and Evil Yujiro. They have one match left, which is against Alec Conklin, Gabriel Kidd. But they are also mathematically eliminated, so they're out. All right, we have two teams tied at 8 points apiece, which are Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano, and the Great Okan and Aaron Henare. So let's look at Okan and Henare. They have a record of 3-4-1. So the 3 victories over Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, TMDK, and Evil Yujiro. Losses to Bishamon, Naito and Sanada, Aussie Open, and Suzuki Archer. And they have the one draw with Fale and Owens. They have one match left against Tanahashi and Yano. Okay. And then looking at Tanahashi Yano, they have a record of 4-4. Also at 8 points. They have victories over Bishamon, Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, TMDK, and Fale Owens. They have losses to Naito Sanada, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer, and Evil Yujiro. And they have one match left against Okan and Aaron Henare. But both of those teams are mathematically eliminated. The most they can get is 10 points, but won't be enough. So both of them are eliminated. Okay. We have 3 teams tied at 12 points. 3 teams tied at 12 points, which are Bishamon, Naito and Sanada, and TMDK. All right, let's take a look at TMDK, which is Mikey Nichols, Shane Hayes. They have a record right now of 5-2-1. So they have victories over Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, Naito Sanada, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer, and Evil Yujiro. They have 2 losses to Tanahashi Yano and Okan Henare, and the one draw with Fale and Owens. Their one match left is against Bishamon. Ooh, that's going to be tough. They're still in it, but they pretty much need to win this last match in order to stand a chance. Okay, let's look at Naito and Sanada. They also have a record of 5-2-1. Victories over Tanahashi Yano, Conklin and Kidd, Okan and Henare, Aussie Open, and Suzuki Archer. They have losses to Bishamon and TMDK, and they have the one draw with Fale and Owens. And their last match will be against Evil Yujiro. So they own the tiebreaker over TMDK. Or actually, no, TMDK owns the tiebreaker over them. Ooh, okay. But they're still in it, but they need to win this last match in order to stand a chance. And then we have Bishamon. Bishamon, which is Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, which I believe were last year's winners. They have a record of 5-2-1 as well. Victories over Conklin and Kidd, Naito Sanada, Okan Henare, Suzuki Archer, and Evil Yujiro. They have the 2 losses to Tanahashi Yano and Aussie Open, and the one draw with Fale and Owens. And their final match will be against TMDK. So that's going to be really, really good. But they are still in it as well, but they pretty much have to win this last match to stand a chance. And then sitting at the top with 14 points is Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Aussie Open. Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher. They currently have a record of 6-2-1. And they have no matches left, by the way. They finished at 14 points. So we have victories over Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, Coughlin and Kidd, Okan Hanare, Suzuki Archer, and Evil Yujiro. But they've lost to Naito Sonata and TMDK. And they have the one draw of Fale Owens. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I keep messing up. I keep forgetting that Fale Owens, they forfeited. So I'm sorry. Those draws that I said, those are victories. So that's Bishamon, Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, Okan Hanare, Aussie Open, and TMDK all have forfeit victories over Fale and Owens, not draws. So my apologies. And since there are matches still going on, I will go over final results next time. So I will be sure to correct myself once again. But, okay. So, looking at the matchups, because remember, Aussie Open has no matches left. They're finished. They finished with 14 points. So, looking at TMDK, being that they have victories over Aussie Open, Naito Sonata. So pretty much, if TMDK wins, then they're in. Because they have victories over Naito Sonata, Aussie Open, and then they would have a victory over Bishamon. So if TMDK wins, they make it to the finals. And then if Naito Sonata beat Evil and Yujiro, they also need So the only way Naito and Sonata can win, since they both have lost to Bishamon and TMDK, that means they need to win over Yujiro and Evil, and they need TMDK and Goto to tie. That's the only way Naito and Sonata can advance. And then Bishamon, let's see. Bishamon pretty much just needs to win. They just need to win their match. So pretty much TMDK wins, they're in. Bishamon wins, and they're in. Naito and Sonata need to win, and Bishamon TMDK needs to tie. Because remember, it's the top two. So we know for sure that Aussie Open's in. We know for sure that Aussie Open is in. Because only one other team can get, or actually two other teams can get 14 points. But because Naito Sonata has lost to TMDK and Bishamon, they need them to tie in order to have a chance. But we will await to see who will face Aussie Open in the finals. Should be good. Should be really good. All right, let's switch gears to the Super Junior Tag League because the finals has been set for that tournament. All right, let's go through. So sitting at the bottom, we have a three-way tie for 4 points, which is Kushida and Kevin Knight, Tiger Mask, Robbie Eagles, and Sho and Dick Togo. So let's take a look at Sho and Dick Togo. They have a record of 2-8. Victories over Leo Rush and Yo and Kanemaru Doki. Losses to Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Zane Lindemann, Bushi Titan, TJP Akira, and Austin Bay. And they have no match. Yeah, the finals are set, so no matches left. But they're mathematically eliminated, and thank God. Tiger Mask and Robbie Eagles, they also finished with a record of 2-8. Victories over Doki Kanemaru and Sho Diktogo. Losses to Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Yo Rush, Zane Lindemann, Titan Bushi, TJP Akira, and Austin Bay. They're eliminated. And then Kushida Kevin Knight, 2-8. Victories over Tiger Eagles and Sho Diktogo. Losses to Taguchi Connors, Yo Rush, Zane Lindemann, Bushi Titan, TJP Akira, Doki Kanemaru, Austin, and Bay. They're eliminated. We have one team sitting at 6 points, which is Ryusuke Taguchi and Clark Connors. So their final record is 3-7, with victories over Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Kanemaru Doki. Losses to Yo Rush, Zane Lindemann, Bushi Titan, TJP Akira, Sho and Togo, and Austin Bay. But yeah, they are eliminated. All right. Sitting at a final score of 8 points, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Doki. They finish with a record of 4-5, with victories over Kushida Knight, Zane Lindemann, TJP Akira, and Sho Diktogo. Losses to Taguchi Connors, Tiger Eagles, Yo Rush, Bushi Titan, Bay, and Austin. Eliminated. All right. And then we have 3 teams that finished tied at 12 points. 3 teams, which are Alex Zane and El Lindemann, Bushi and Titan, and TJP Francesco Akira. So let's take a look at TJP Francesco Akira, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They finished with a record of 6-3, with victories over Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Yo Rush, Zane Lindemann, and Sho Diktogo. But losses to Bushi Titan, Kanemaru Doki, and Austin and Bay. Had a great tournament, but eliminated. All right, let's look at Bushi Titan. They got final score of 12 points as well. Also with a record of 6-3. Victories over Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, TJP Akira, Kanemaru Doki, Sho Diktogo. Losses to Yo Rush, Zane Lindemann, Austin Bay. Great tournament, but eliminated. And then Alex Zane and El Lindemann. 6-3, 12 points. Victories over Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Bushi Titan, Austin Bay, Sho Diktogo. Losses to Yo Rush, TJP Akira, and Kanemaru Doki. Great tournament, but eliminated. All right, let's take a look at our 2 finalists for the Super Junior Tag League. First finalists, Yo and Leo Rush, 14 points. They have a record of 7-2. Victories over Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Zane Lindemann, Bushi Teton, Kanemaru Doki, and Austin Chris Bay. And they have losses to TJP and Akira and Sho Togo. So that's your first finalist. Your second finalist is Bullet Club's Ace Austin and Chris Bay. Also finishing with a record of 7-2. They have victories over Taguchi Connors, Kushida Knight, Tiger Eagles, Bushi Teton, TJP Akira, Kanemaru Doki, and Sho Togo. Losses to Zane Lindemann and Yo and Leo Rush. So Yo and Leo Rush have already beaten them once. So this is a run back. The finals will be a run back. So definitely looking forward to this. But I am still picking Ace Austin and Chris Bay to win this tournament. I think they'll get revenge in the finals and beat Yo Leo Rush. But both teams look very, very strong and solid. So great stuff. But yeah, the finals will be Wednesday, the 14th. Also same as World Tag League finals. But they're going to be finishing up the World Tag League other matches on the 11th, which is tomorrow. So before the 14th, we'll do one more rundown of the World Tag League standings. But anyway, finals is set for the Super Junior Tag League. Looking forward to it. Okay. Now let's switch gears to NXT Deadline, premium live event that will be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Peacock. Let's take a look at the card. It's not a big card. It's only 5 matches, not a big card. So first up, we have a singles match of Alba Fire, aka Kaylee Ray, taking on Isla Dawn. So Isla Dawn, who recently screwed over Alba Fire in her recent NXT Women's Championship match. I am picking Alba Fire to get revenge and defeat Isla Dawn. Should be a good match, though. Two NXT UK vets. But should be a good match. Should be a really good match. Okay, we have the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line as Pretty Deadly will defend against the New Day. Gives the New Day something to do. The crazy thing is, the New Day wins, they become Triple Crown Tag Team Champs. Because remember, they've held the Raw and SmackDown tag titles before. So they've never held the NXT tag titles. But I really don't see them winning. I think Pretty Deadly will retain. I mean, it would be pretty neat if New Day won, but I don't think they'll win. So I'm picking Pretty Deadly to retain. All right. I'm guessing that they're going to do the Iron Survivor challenges and then the NXT Championship match is the main event. That's what I'm assuming. So let's take a look at the Iron Survivor challenge matches. So for the women. Oh, first, let me go over the rules, because these are some very interesting rules. So they have the rules posted for the Iron Survivor Challenge. So let's go over these rules. 5 superstars will compete in a 25-minute match. So this is timed at 25 minutes. All right. 2 superstars will start the match. And then every 5 minutes, a new superstar will enter the match until all 5 are in the ring. Okay? The objective is whoever can get the most falls by the time runs out wins. Falls can be won via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When you score a fall, you get 1 point. Now, if a superstar loses the fall, aka gets pinned, submits, or does a DQ, then they must pay the penalty and enter the penalty box for 90 seconds. Once the 90 seconds are up, they can hop back into the match. So yeah, the superstar that has the most falls by the time the time limit runs out will be the Iron Survivor and will be the number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship. Okay? So those are the rules. And this is for both Iron Survivor matches, the men and the women. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's look at the women. Your 5 competitors for the women are Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Zoe Stark, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell, who recently won the Triple Threat Wild Card for the final spot. Hey, what's up, John Elite? So is it similar to the King of the Mountain? Actually, yes. Actually, yes. It actually is. So good point. Good point. Now, this is a good matchup. These are 5 great ladies, but I'm gonna have to say I'm picking Roxanne Perez to win the Iron Survivor Challenge. While I'm not against Zoe Stark or Indy Hartwell winning, Kiana James definitely don't see winning. Cora Jade, I guess maybe, but honestly, I'm picking Roxanne Perez to win. I'm picking her to win. Because honestly, I truly think Roxanne Perez is going to be the one that dethrones Mandy Rose. Alrighty. And then for the men, like I said, for the men, same rules. For the men, the competitors are Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, JD McDonough, Axiom. Axiom, who won the Triple Threat Wild Card to get into this match. This one is a lot more difficult than I thought. I really had to think hard over this. But to be honest with you, I'm thinking Joe Gacy is going to pull it off. Only because I think Joe Gacy is going to end up eventually dethroning Braun Breaker. And as much as I would hate to see that, because I do not like Joe Gacy's gimmick, I don't think JD McDonough is going to have another shot anytime soon. And Axiom, while I do like Axiom, a.k.a. A-Kid, I don't think he's going to win it. Grayson Waller isn't out of the question either. He's not out of the question either. Carmelo is not out of the question either. I'm picking Joe Gacy, but it would not surprise me if Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller ended up winning, because I don't believe Grayson Waller has had a title shot. And Carmelo Hayes, I mean, it makes sense for maybe him to possibly have a title shot, lose, and then go to the main roster. So we'll see, but I'm picking Joe Gacy. John Elite is picking Roxanne for the women and Carmelo for the men. Not bad choices at all. Not bad choices at all. And then the main event for the NXT Championship, Bron Breakker will defend the title against Apollo Crews. I'm hoping this could end up being a match of the year candidate. If they let these men go at it as long as possible, I think this has potential to be match of the year candidate. But I'm picking Bron Breakker to retain. But I think this has a lot of potential. I really like the build-up for this. There's been a lot of spotlight on Apollo Crews as well as Bron Breakker. I think this can be a banger if they just let them go the distance. But my pick is Bron Breakker to retain. But I think it should be good. And like I said, I'm looking so forward to Lyra Valkyria's NXT debut, aka Aoife Valkyrie. Big fan of hers, so looking forward to that. But yeah, NXT deadline. That's your deadline card. And then we got ROH Final Battle as well. So we got a lot today. Which is also tonight, which actually this starts at 4 p.m. So this will start before NXT deadline. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this will take place in Arlington, Texas at the College Park Center. So let's take a look at the card. So there's a total of 12 matches, with 4 of them being 0-hour pre-show matches. So we got 4 pre-show matches. And honestly, the pre-show looks very strong. Very strong. So we got a singles match for the ladies. We have Willow Nightingale versus Trish Adora. Love the matchup, by the way. But I'm picking Willow Nightingale to pick up the victory. John Elite says, loved New Day paying tribute to the late Jason David Frank with their attires last night on SmackDown. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Yeah, they're big Power Ranger fans, and it was good to see them rocking some White Ranger, some Green Ranger. So the New Day always delivers when they represent. So definitely not wrong there, John Elite. But yeah, Willow Nightingale, I'm picking her to defeat Trish Adora. But it should be a good match. I hope these ladies get showcased really well. And then we have quite the tag team match. We got the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, taking on Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin. I'm so glad Top Flight is back, and I am picking Top Flight to win this match. I think Top Flight, I would love to see them have an AEW Tag Team Championship run, or even an ROH Tag Team Championship run. Either or, I'll take either. But Top Flight, they need a title run. But Darius just got back. Let's keep giving them matches, just keep building them up, getting them some more wins, and then I'd say pull the trigger on give them a tag title shot. So I'm picking Top Flight to defeat the Kingdom. And then we have another tag team match. We have the Jericho Appreciation Society's Matt Menard and Angelo Parker taking on the Shinobi Shadow Squad of Cheeseburger and Eli Isom. Now, while I do like Cheeseburger and Eli Isom, I don't see them beating JAS. So I'm picking JAS to win this match. But should be good. Should be really good. And then we have another singles match. We have Mascara Dorada, a.k.a. Grand Metalik, taking on Jeff Cobb. I think this should be really, really good. The King of the Ropes, I think, will do well, but I don't think he'll beat Jeff Cobb. I think Jeff Cobb gets the victory, but it should be a banger. And I believe this will probably be the main event of the pre-show, but should be a banger of a match. Good clash of styles there. Okay. And then let's dig into our main card. We have a tag team match, a very interesting tag team match. We have the team of La Fashion Ingobernable of Dralistico and Roosh taking on the team of Blake Christian and A.R. Fox. You know what? I'm going to pick an upset. I am picking Blake Christian and A.R. Fox to upset Dralistico and Roosh. While I do like Roosh and Dralistico, I also like A.R. Fox and Blake Christian. A.R. Fox, who just recently got signed to AEW, so congratulations to him. But I'm picking Blake Christian and A.R. Fox to win. I think they're going to pull off the upset. I really do. Okay. And then we got a double dog collar match for the ROH World Tag Team Championships, as the champs, FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood, will face off against the Briscoes for the third time in the series. Now, I know there's the whole issue with the Briscoes not being allowed on TV due to Warner Media, which I think it's still dumb, especially considering that Jay Briscoe apologized. But apparently only one person with that company is against them being on TV. One. Just one person. One. It's so stupid. It's really stupid and petty, especially considering he apologized. But whatever. I'm still picking the Briscoes to win because I don't see them eating hat trick losses to FTR. So I'm picking the Briscoes to win and become ROH Tag Team Champs. And it's like I said before, FTR doesn't need 3 titles. I mean, they barely defended the other 2. The IWGP tag team titles, they've only defended once. And then they're barely defending the AAA tag team titles. So it's like, way I see it, let them lose. They don't need 3 titles. They really don't need 2 titles. I would rather them just have the IWGP tag team championships and go on excursion in Japan and wrestle there for a while. But they don't need 3 titles. They don't. So I'm picking the Briscoes to win. All right, we have another tag team match. We have Swerve in Our Glory, Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, taking on Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, and JD Griffey. Had a hard time with this one, but you know what? I'm going to go with Swerve in Our Glory. I just have a feeling Swerve is going to do something cheap and get the victory that way, but we'll see. I'm picking Swerve in Our Glory, though. All right, we got some more title matches on the line, as we have the ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Championships on the line, as Dalton Castle and the boys will defend against the Embassy, which is Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. I think this will be a great match. I think it'll be back and forth. But I'm picking Dalton Castle and the boys to retain. I'm picking them to retain. But the Embassy could pull it off. They could actually pull it off. All right. We have the ROH World Television Championship on the line, as Samoa Joe will defend against Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Think it'll be an excellent match, but I'm picking Samoa Joe to retain. But I think it should be a great match. John Elite says, I believe Seth paid tribute to JDF at Survivor Series as well. Did he? If he did, that's great. I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Final battle card looks great. Yeah, yes, it does. Or looks good. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm picking Samoa Joe to win. We have the ROH Women's World Championship on the line, as Mercedes Martinez will defend against Athena. I kind of had a hard time picking this one, but I don't know if Athena will end up getting gold just yet. So I'm picking Mercedes Martinez to retain. I could be wrong, but I'm picking her to retain. Definitely picking her to retain. We have the ROH Pure Championship on the line in a Pure Rules match, as we get a rematch. Daniel Garcia defends the title against Wheeler Yuta. Now, both of these guys are one and one against each other, so this will be the rubber match, because Wheeler Yuta has defeated Daniel Garcia before, but the second time around, Daniel Garcia dethroned Wheeler Yuta. So this should be really, really good. But I'm picking Daniel Garcia to retain the championship. And then the main event we have is for the ROH World Championship, as Chris Jericho, the Ocho, the champion, will defend against Claudio Castagnoli. But there's a special stipulation. If Claudio loses, he will have to join the Jericho Appreciation Society. Thankfully, I don't believe that's going to happen, because I believe Claudio defeats Jericho. And I believe that Claudio will get the ROH World Championship run that he deserves. Of course, he'll be a two-time champ, but I think he should get the run that he deserves, because his first run was way too freaking short. Way too short. So I'm hoping Claudio dethrones Jericho and gets the title run he deserves. Final battle looks very solid. I think it'll be really good. Couple of things before I hit the road. One, shout out to Trent Seven, who recently had an All-Atlantic Championship match against Orange Cassidy, and it was a great one. Trent Seven and AEW, that shocked the mess out of me. I did not see that coming. I honestly did not see that coming. Trent Seven? Wow. One half of Mustache Mountain. Yo, I'll just say this. If he becomes All Elite and then eventually maybe Tyler Bate joins AEW and he becomes All Elite, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I could see Mustache Mountain. Whoo, man. Mustache Mountain and AEW, that would be sick. That would be a ginormous boost to the tag division in AEW. Mustache Mountain, I'm all for it. I love Mustache Mountain. But Trent Seven, wow, that is. And the thing is, on his towel, it had his name, the mustache logo, and AEW on the towel. So I don't know. I don't know if he got a graphic. I don't think he did. But I would totally be down if Trent Seven got signed to AEW. I would totally be down. But yeah, that shocked the mess out of me. I was just like, wowzers. John Elite says, I was really hoping for a British strong style run on the main roster one day. That really would have been nice instead of Butch being paired with Ridge Holland and Sheamus. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that, because I mean, British strong style, that's a great stable. Really great stable. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven. Whoo, man. I think they're a very, very underrated stable. Very underrated. Secondly, shout out to Tegan Knox, who had her first match back on SmackDown. I know it was a tag team match, but still, shout out to Tegan Knox. Welcome back. And it looks like they've written off Shotzi with the backstage attack because I don't know if she has a fractured hand or wrist or something like that, but apparently she got hurt in the title match she had against Ronda Rousey, which I will give Ronda Rousey credit. She did admit that she messed up. She admit that she messed up. So I'll at least give her that. She admit that she messed up. So at least there's that. Let's see. Also, I can't believe it, but next year it was just announced that NXT Vengeance Day will take place on February 4th at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow. NXT Vengeance Day will be in my state of North Carolina next year, February 4th. That shocked the mess out of me. I did not see that coming, and Lord willing, I will try my best to get tickets to it. It's at the Spectrum Center, which is where the Charlotte Hornets play, which I've been to that venue before, huge venue. But yeah, premium live event in North Carolina. So I believe tickets go on sale next week. So I'm going to try my best to get some good seats. But being that it's Ticketmaster and it's at the Spectrum Center, I doubt I'll be able to get front row because, I mean, it's the Spectrum Center. But yeah, John Elite, glad to see NXT on the road again. Yeah, I have been hearing rumors that they were going to be doing more road shows, which, I mean, they've been doing some house shows lately. But yeah, I heard that they were going to be really getting back on the road. So this is good. But yeah, NXT Vengeance Day, Charlotte, North Carolina, sign me up. John Elite says, good to hear Barry Windham's out of the ICU. Yes. Barry Windham, who I've met. I met at last year's WrestleCade. Really cool guy. Recently had a heart attack, but thank God they got him stabilized and he's looking good. He's out of the ICU. So thank God for that. But yeah, Barry Windham, definitely an icon of the Four Horsemen. Had some banger matches growing up. I remember the times he faced the Great Muta, one of my favorites. So yeah, I got a lot of love for Barry Windham and so glad I got a chance to meet him last year. But yeah, good call out, John Elite. Good call out. Also, Game Changer Wrestling, GCW. GCW Don't Talk to Me is coming back to Concord. I believe it's Concord. No. Actually, yeah, it's Concord. It's Concord. They say Charlotte, but it's Concord. But yeah, I will definitely be at that show. I actually got my tickets to that show. But yeah, GCW Don't Talk to Me. And it was just announced that El Hijo de Vikingo will be on that card, as well as Champagne Marty Garner. So I'm actually looking forward to that. But that show will be on Friday, January 20th at the Cabarrus Arena in Concord, North Carolina. So got my tickets booked for that show. Lord willing, it'll be me and my dad going. So totally looking forward to that. I've heard a lot of great things about Vikingo. So looking forward to seeing him live. And like I said, the show I'm going to tonight, Deadlock Pro Wrestling, DPW, will be celebrating their first anniversary. So looking forward to that. And hopefully they'll announce their next show sometime during the show or at the end of the show. But so looking forward to that. But yeah, got so much in pro wrestling to look forward to. And yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. But like I said, I'm going to check out the archives of NXT Deadline as well as Final Battle tomorrow. I did order it, so I'll check it out tomorrow. And then they should be wrapping up the World Tag League. And the finals will be decided tomorrow. And then the actual finals for both tournaments will be on December 14th. So, got so much to look forward to. Unagi Sayaka of Cosmic Angels from Stardom, currently freelancing, has announced that she is interested in wrestling overseas. And she dropped a couple of names, y'all. She dropped Impact Wrestling, GCW, AEW, ROH. Looks like Unagi Sayaka, also known by her real name as Unagi Himawari, wants to wrestle overseas. So we'll see who books her. We'll see who books her. I know she didn't do too well in the 5-star Grand Prix in Stardom, but she's a familiar name. She's a familiar name. And she's wrestled around lately in Stardom, Sendai Girls, I think Just Tap Out, Pro Wrestling Diana, I think Pro Wrestling Wave as well. Marvelous. So she's been wrestling around. She's freelancing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see, maybe we'll see her on AEW, Impact, maybe even DPW, or, she mentioned GCW. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see. Also, Asuka posted a very eerie post on her Twitter and Instagram saying goodbye. And it shows pictures of her as Zombie Kana. Yo, are we finally going to get the real Kana in WWE? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. If we get the real Kana in WWE, get ready for a brand new, possibly undefeated streak. She might set another undefeated streak, a new one. Yeah, John Elite, Kana gimmick in WWE. That's what it sounds like she's hinting. Either that or it's a big character change. But being that she's posted pictures of her when she was Zombie Kana, it's very possible. It's very possible that we may be getting the real Kana. Because we have to remember, Kana in Japan, she barely lost matches. She barely lost matches under Kana. Not to mention, Kana, as a heel, the real Kana, wee, dangerous. So don't get me wrong. Asuka, has done a lot in WWE so far to this day. But if we're gonna get the real Kana, this character change to Kana, and if that is what it takes for her to get her victory at WrestleMania, then I am wide open to Kana. Asuka is awesome, but Kana is godlike. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, keep an eye out, y'all. Keep an eye out. Also, shout out to Colby Carino. Looks like word is Colby Carino is WWE bound. And I will actually be seeing him tonight as he will take on Konosuke Takeshita. That should be a banger. But hey, what's up, Jesse? Kana versus Arisa Nakajima, one of my favorite older matches. Yeah, Arisa Nakajima, also a very well-known name as well. So, but yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped if we do end up getting Kana, like either like the zombie like gimmick, or who knows. I mean, we've been seeing some things with Alexa Bliss, with the flashy Bray Wyatt logo, and maybe Kana might be part of it. I mean, it would kind of make sense. It would fit well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So, got a lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of stuff going on. I have a feeling as well. I'm gonna just make a bold prediction. Something tells me that Tomoka Inaba is gonna eventually join Stardom. I got a feeling she's gonna eventually join Stardom. She's been wrestling a good bit lately in Stardom. Especially she was just in the Goddesses of Stardom Tag League. So Tomoka Inaba might get signed to Stardom. We'll see. I know she's mainly JTO, but she's wrestled around in JTO, Sendai Girls, Stardom. So we'll see what happens there. It's good to see the Street Profits back. Happy birthday, Kurt Angle. We got to see the milk truck again, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah. And I seriously need to get caught up on TJPW. I need to, when I'm on break, like my last day of work is December 21st, and I don't go back until January 3rd. I'm going to spend some quality time catching up on TJPW. I've missed so much on TJPW since Willow Nightingale last wrestled there. So I really need to get caught up on my TJPW because we got a lot coming up at the beginning of the year. A whole lot coming up. I mean, especially with the Great Muta retirement matches, TJPW, Stardom, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom. We got so much coming up, y'all. Oh, so much. Royal Rumble. Whew, we got so much coming up. And the last thing that I will end with, Sasha Banks, real name Mercedes Vernado, could be Japan bound. Word is that negotiations stalled with WWE due to money, as she just recently got Mercedes trademarked. So not only that, Sasha, word is, has been booked to appear at Wrestle Kingdom, whether it's on the 4th or on the 21st of January. But Sasha Banks is. Jesse says, I started watching TJPW All Rise 2022 finally. See, I need to see that. I need to see that in its entirety. I got so much to catch up on. And yes, John Elite, Sasha's been teasing a match between her and Kairi. I'd be down. I mean, familiar faces. So, hey, we could see Sasha versus Kairi, maybe even for the IWGP Women's Championship. But I think there needs to be a build-up to it. I think there needs to be a build-up to it. I don't want that to be Sasha's first match. I don't want it to be her first match. Because I really want to see if she can work against the more stiff styles. Because, I mean, they're known for that in Japan. And if she happens to come through via Stardom, then I really, really want to see what she can do against the likes of other names like Utami Hayashishita and Azumi and Hameka, a Maika, a Mayu Iwatani, Shuri. You know, I would love to see how she matches up against them. A Starlight Kid, you know what I mean? You know, a Saya Ida. I would love to see how she matches up against talent like that in Stardom, you know? But the good thing about it with Sasha, she's trained in Japan before. She's trained with Mina Shirakawa. She's trained with Meiko Satomura, you know? So she's trained in Japan. So it's not like she's, you know, totally oblivious to how it is in Japan. I don't believe that. But I would love to see how she fares against multiple different talent. She's already faced Kairi Sane and Io Shirai, so there's some familiarity there. She's faced Asuka, familiarity there. So, something to keep in mind. Jesse says Sasha versus Waka. That's too easy, though. That's too easy, Jesse. That's too easy. No. That's too easy. Maybe a Hanan, but nah, that's too easy. That's too easy. But nah, I get it. I totally get it. Mina Shirakawa, yes. Who will be making her return at Stardom Dream Queendom. Hopefully she'll be fully healed up. But yeah, she attended the press conference wrapped like a mummy. But which is understandable. She couldn't speak. So she had to have Tam Nakano, I think it was Tam Nakano, translate what she was saying. I think she texted what she wanted to say on her phone and then gave it to her to say. But but yeah, I look forward to seeing. I mean, I hope Sasha Banks does appear. I do. I really do. I would love to see how she does wrestling in Japan, you know? But anyways, a lot to look forward to, y'all. But as soon as I get around to watching NXT Deadline and ROH Final Battle, I will put up my review video. So John Elite says Sasha and AEW. Honestly, I don't know if it's such a good idea. You know what, John Elite? I used to think it was a good idea. Now, probably not so much. And the reason why I say that is because I really feel like the AEW women's roster is loaded. It's insanely loaded. But the only chance that I could really see is maybe for the ROH roster, but not so much for AEW, because honestly, that's a lot of star power, and just the roster's already way too loaded on the women's side. They just need to book the women's division better, but that roster is loaded. So I really don't know if Sasha and AEW right now is a good idea. I used to be all for it, but now I don't think it's a good idea. I don't. I really don't. But it's not impossible, but I just think timing is the issue now. I think timing is an issue. I mean, and I kind of fear for her as well, because I really don't know. I really don't know. Just based off of Saraya, I don't think Saraya was received too well in AEW, at least from my understanding. So I don't know. I really don't know. And I have no idea what's up with Naomi, although she did recently hang out with Jade Cargill. So I don't know what's up with Naomi. Just so much. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. But Sasha in Japan seems very likely, though. But anyways, a lot to look forward to. Thanks to everybody that came out and chatted with me. Jesse says, any Saray sightings? Oh, man. Yeah. The only thing I remember is I know she posted on her Instagram, like, as a matter of fact, let me pull up her Twitter. Because last I checked, she one of her posts was her jump roping and it said restart. So I don't know what's up with Saray. I really don't. And honestly, if you ask me, I think she needs to be out. I think she needs to leave. Personally, I think she needs to leave. She has not been utilized well in NXT, period. I mean, they had her as a whole anime schoolgirl. I mean, they had the opportunity for the rubber match between her and Meiko Satomura, and they dropped the ball. We couldn't even have it in NXT UK, hyping it up. Despite having a segment where they hyped it up, had a press conference and everything, had a face-off and everything, and they dropped the ball. Saray, someone as talented as Saray, we're talking about somebody that threw down with Meiko Satomura, threw down with the likes of Aja Kong. Like, it's ridiculous. Girl's been MIA for months now. Facts. Jesse says Saray and Stardom would be awesome. Saray and Stardom would be good, but only if she stays unaffiliated. I don't think she needs to join a faction. I think she should go to the Riho route and stay unaffiliated. But I wouldn't mind Saray in Stardom. I wouldn't mind her in Stardom. I think she could put on some banger matches in Stardom. TJPW. I mean, Saray would be good anywhere. Like, she's very talented, and she's gone up with some of the best in the business. You know, don't let the Saray cuteness fool y'all. Saray is a phenomenal wrestler. Has Saray done ROH yet? No. So Saray has done Pro Wrestling Diana, Seedling, and WWE. I think she's also done Sendai Girls. She's done Sendai Girls as well, because that was one of the matches where she faced Meiko. Not to mention, she's a former Sendai Girls world champion. So she's done Sendai Girls, Diana. She's done Pro Wrestling Wave, and Seedling. Her matches against Shinhiro, Big Hosh, Shinhiro Hashimoto were amazing. Facts. She's also she's teamed with the likes of Jaguar Yokota and as well as Yoshiko. So yes, Saray has a pretty notable resume. I mean, like I said, Sendai Girls World Champion, great wrestler, and she's only 26. She's young, y'all. She's only 26. So I mean, she has a lot to offer. She has a lot to offer. So really, of how she's being booked in NXT is really a travesty. It's borderline blasphemous how she's been booked in NXT. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. I'm scared to even see her on the main roster. I really don't even want to see her on the main roster. If anything, I felt like she was treated better in NXT UK, and she didn't even have many matches in NXT UK. I think she just had the singles match with Nina Samuels and the tag team match with Meiko Satomura. And those alone are better than what she's done in NXT. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Her losing against the bimbo Barbie Tiffany Stratton was an insult. I know Tiffany Stratton has improved some, but I'm sorry. Her beating Saray twice is blasphemous. A bimbo Barbie bullying Saray is blasphemous. It's blasphemous. But anyways, that's all I got. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are such an excellent crowd. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of the above. I'm almost at 500 subs on YouTube, so we're getting close. We're getting really close. But don't forget to also hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload or go live. Oedo tie is the shirt for the day. But I will be in touch. I am looking forward to this DPW anniversary show. I'm about to go brush my teeth, put some deodorant on, and head over to Winston-Salem. Well, I'm going to make a stop in Greensboro first, but looking forward to it. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Peace. Love y'all.